Hi, class. Welcome to Digital Imaging 1. Woo! Obviously, I would rather we were in person, but this is where we are. But I'm very excited about this semester. I know that this isn't everybody's preferred way, probably, of learning. I'd rather be there in person. There's something about that. We are social creatures. But one thing I would say is that every adversity forces you to evolve, and it's an opportunity to progress. So I'm going to take this as an opportunity to maybe try and nail down some of different things I do as far as teaching, like the materials I make and things like that. And maybe you can work on your stuff as well. So anyway, I'm John Cohn. I'm going to be your professor, teacher, whatever this year. Usually people just call me Cohn now, so you can just call me Cohn. What I'm doing with this video is I just want to send out this video at the beginning just to tell you basically how to progress through the course. So this is sort of like an introduction to the course video. All right. So follow along with me and then we will get to it. All right. So first thing that you're going to want to do is basically this. Open up your favorite web browser. And I'm just going to grab this one, I guess. And you're going to want to type in, not that, cecil.blackboard.com. Okay. And that will, hang on a second. Let me log out of mine. It'll bring you to this. You're going to put in your username and your password. If you don't have that or you're not sure, contact administration or enrollment and see what they tell you. So I'm just going to log in. It's going to bring you to this thing. Click on courses. I'm not 100% what yours looks like. It's probably going to look a little bit different compared to mine, but find where it says courses, and then you want to find your course. As you see, I only have a couple. Where is it? Should be 2021 digital imaging. Okay. So right off the bat, this is what you're going to see. This is basically our classroom. Okay. So this is how you should progress. First thing you want to do, and this goes for probably all of your courses. I mean, everybody might be a little bit different, but there's a Start Here button. So you want to click on that. And then you want to go down through here. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly show you what's in here, but you can read it yourself. So here's the course overview. So if I click on that, it's just going to tell me what this course is, what this section is about, like where you're going to review the interface, right, and read the course syllabus section. And then once you're done with that, you can click on the week 1, and that will direct you. It's just the same thing as clicking on it here, okay? But there's actually one other thing I want to show you in Start Here, so that was course overview. The other one is required hardware and software. So I've already gotten a couple questions from some people. So this should hopefully somewhat answer it. We are pretty much, for Digital Imaging 1, which is the half semester, we are going to be using Photoshop exclusively. Okay. So what that means is that you need to download it and install it onto your computer. It is both Windows and Mac installable. If you want to see the system requirements, you can click on this link and it will bring you right to here, and you can kind of see what they want, if it's a Windows system or a Mac system. Okay, you can see it right there. You can purchase a subscription here. If you already have a subscription, obviously you don't need to do that, or you can negate that altogether, because normally we would have it in our lab, and you could just work in the lab. You're not required to get the Adobe software on your own. They're actually allowing you guys to download the Creative Cloud for free. So if you just follow basically these instructions here, this will allow you to go through and install Photoshop. Okay. If you want to also, while you're going through, because I'm assuming you're probably going to also take Digital Imaging 2, which is the second half of the semester, go ahead and install InDesign. And then if you want to install other ones, why not? Because you get the whole suite. So, go to town. Now you're only going to get it for the semester as far as I know. I don't know if they're going to allow you to do it next semester as well. Again, if you already have a subscription, don't do this because I might mess up something. I would just keep using the one that you have. Because I don't know how long this will last. So, and I know there's like cancellation fees and things like that too. So I wouldn't cancel it. More than likely you want to probably do this. But anyways, you can just follow these instructions, and these should more likely lead you on how to install the software. I would just try to install it because, I mean, you can look at the system requirements, but it's probably, I mean, I somewhat understand it, but it might be Greek to you. So don't worry about that. Just try to install it. It will work on most computers. It's really just a matter of how well it runs. But quite frankly, we're not running things like that are time-based, so it shouldn't really matter too much. Okay, so you're going to want to do that right off the bat. Make sure you have that going, and then go to week 1, okay? So when we're in, some other things actually to mention before I get into the week 1 is this. You can find the course syllabus here, right? So you can look at it. Woo, so great. Okay, and you can actually download it right here as well. I probably will be making announcements. Normally I usually don't use this, but basically if there's any announcements, which you'll actually see, I think that's the default landing page for the course. They'll be posted here, and basically it's just like, hey guys, what's up? This week is going to be something. I don't know. It's just a way of like making an announcement, what the name suggests. Okay, so that'll be in there. There's also, you can go down to here where it says faculty information. So if you click on faculty information, it's basically just going to tell you what my email is. So if you need to email me, it's right there. What the work phone is. Don't use that because I'm not at Cecil. We're not allowed to be there. So where my office is, which is currently unavailable, doesn't really matter. However, I made a second phone number, and it's this one right here. So basically, if you have any issues or something, and you can try emailing me first, because that's probably better. But if I'm not responding and like you're like in the midst of it or whatever, just feel free. Just text me on that, right? Don't call me though, because that's weird. It's 2020. Just text me like, hey, I'm stuck on something, and then I'll text back and be like, hey, and then I'll either call you and I'll walk you right through it, or we'll figure out some sort of scenario. But I don't want you to get stuck and get frustrated and be like, oh, this stinks, I can't. That's why I made this number, so you guys can contact me. I am here to help you. Okay. These are my office hours, so these are times basically I am going to set aside that I'm not going to be like out doing stuff. At least I shouldn't be. So that is that, and then but again, I'm not going to be in the office. I'm just going to be here. And then I have a personal link, and you're going to see in a second. Basically, I have a website, and this is the website homepage. It's kind of ugly right now. I'm working on actually, I'm not working on the homepage. That's going to get done at some point, but that's what I always say. Anyway, so you can see, and every class that you have should have this faculty information thing. So if you're trying to, for another course, if you're trying to get a hold of whoever he or she is, this is one way of doing it. You can also just click on this email button, and this will actually allow you to email the professor. I don't know, yours is probably going to look different because obviously I have a lot more available because I can email any of you guys. And another thing that I might do as well, and this is particularly if you guys have an issue, is that you'll see this as virtual meeting area. So if I say, hey, why don't you meet me on, it's Collaborate's what it's called. Meet me on Collaborate. What you're going to do is you're going to log into here, okay? And then you'll see this virtual meeting area. You'll click on that, and then you will see basically it's like you can I can create a session. It's Zoom is what it is. So I can click on here, and then we can meet like face to face, and I can see your screen. You can see my screen, and I don't know if you have it set up yet, but I might be able to take over your screen to help you, that sort of thing. Okay, so that's what this is for. You can see we have lots of tools available to us to try and help each other. Your grades obviously will be posted here. The rest of that's not all that useful. And there's a discussion board here. Just want to make sure I covered the thing. Yeah. Okay. So there's a discussion board here. I'll cover that in just one second. So what you're going to do every week basically is this. All right. So this week you're going to click on start here, and then read through that real quick. But I already just went through it. But every week there's going to be a new link. So this one says week 1, and then next week will be week 2, and then the week after that, week 3, week 4, week 5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post on Sunday at midnight, by Sunday at midnight, not Sunday, it would be Monday at midnight, the end of Sunday, before Monday, I'm going to post the next week's material, okay? So you will get it, midnight on Monday morning, and then you have that week generally to, consume that material and, produce the work by the next week. Okay. And that's basically how it's going to go. So every week I'll put the content here. You're just going to go right through it. And then the week, you'll have a week to get it done. So at your leisure, and then the next week following the same thing. Okay. And that's basically how it's going to work. So anyway, you'll click on like week 1. And then it'll say week 1 introduction. We click on that, and you'll see, oh, these are the things we're going to cover. How interesting. Oh, all right. So that's great. Then literally you're just going to go right down the line, just like this. Just go right down the line. Okay, so you're going to be like, okay, that's what we're going to cover. Then you'll click on this. This is going to bring you directly to my website. Okay. And on my website, so I made a personal website. I pay money and do my whole thing separately. And the reason for it is that way you can see this little nicer formatting. It looks a little bit better. I can embed materials and things, and it's just better for both of us. Okay. So anyway, what you're gonna do is it's gonna click on here, and this is basically the lecture. So if you have a normal class, right, they probably use PowerPoints or something like that. This is my equivalent to PowerPoints. But what's nice about this is that so I'll have material here that you'll write, and I do all my own drawings and blah blah blah. They have the materials here, but also what's going to be included. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on that, and then you're just going to go right down the line here. You're going to go, okay, read the stuff. Yep. Okay. Yep. That's stuff that happened. And some of it is somewhat interactive. I try to put anything I can to make it a little bit more interesting. But also what will be included in here are video tutorials. Right, so how to do the assignment. So there'll be videos in there. I'll probably post this actually at the very top of this page, the video I'm making right now. If not, I'm also going to post it in Blackboard. So basically all the material, you're just going to go right down the line, right? And then like at the end it says, okay, this is assignment 1. This is what you need to do, okay? Here is what you're going to be graded on. It's these 4 things here. I'll cover this in a second. These are the resources for the assignment. And then these will be the video tutorials to complete the assignment. So basically, I'm going to do the same thing that you're going to use for your assignment, but you're going to do the same thing that I do, but to your own images, okay? Or you can, go a little bit farther with it or do something a little bit different, but the video tutorials here are meant to basically guide you through the assignments, okay? So those will be posted here, and then I will, here's a reminder of the things that you should have done this week, all right? So that will be the website. You're just going to go straight down there. So that's the lecture, so you'll do that. Then, when that's done, there'll be basically the 2 assignments, which is pretty much the same thing each week, is the introductions discussion board. So you can just click on that. And then it says read me first. But basically what you're going to do is you're just going to create a new thread. And then you'll just say like, hello, introduction by John Cohn. And then I just want you to write a little bit about yourself. I have some questions and stuff, and you're just going to basically describe yourself there, okay? And that's going to be what you do for the introduction, just so that we all know each other. Just give it a little background information kind of a thing, okay? Let's cancel that. No. Okay. So there's going to be a discussion. And then I apparently didn't make it already, so that's a thing. But there'll be another one. So this week's going to have 2 discussion boards. There'll be the initial one, and then there's also going to be a critique one. So every week, along with the assignment, you're going to post the pictures and display your work there. Okay, so actually, you know what? It is here. If you go to discussion boards, I did post it. I just didn't put it on week 1. So the other discussion board you're going to do is assignment 1. So basically, these 2 need to be done this week, okay? And I talk about this in the video tutorial. All right, so you'll do the discussion board, and then here's the assignment, all right? So here's you click on this. It says, basically the same thing that the website says, okay? Again, here's the resources. So in this case, I can watch the video tutorial by clicking on the bottom of the web page here. So if you click that, it just brings you back to the web page, but you just go on the bottom and you saw the video tutorials. Well, they're not up yet, but they will be. And then download the project cover sheet here. And then to submit the assignment, once you've completed it, you're just going to click on this link, and then you just browse your computer, and you will submit them there. Okay? Right? And so go right down the line. Let me click back on week 1 so I can see. And then the last thing on here is just week 1 checklist. And this is basically, I'm just going to put this on the bottom of every week, just so you make sure that you submitted everything and that you did everything you were supposed to do. So right here it just says, explore the course on Blackboard. So just make sure you look through everything so you understand navigation and how to move around it. Visit the website to review the materials, basically the lecture, right? Post an introduction on the introduction discussion board. Supposed to do that. I mentioned that already. Complete submit assignment 1, right? So that's the actual, you're going to make something in Photoshop, and then post your assignment onto the discussion board for critique, okay? And so, and in that, you're just going to put your pictures up there. I show how to do it in the tutorial video, so I'm not going to cover it now, but that's what you're going to do. Good, and so you're like, okay, and then just make sure you do these items, and then you're good for the week, and then we just do it the following week, okay? A couple of things that might also be useful for you is this. So, at least one thing, anyway. So if I go up here, I put a link to this application called Ghost It. I'm sure there's other ones out there, but this might be beneficial to you because obviously you're going to be working on your computer. And I don't know if you have multiple monitors. I have 3 right now. So I can put stuff over here and then I can work over here, but you might not have that. I mean, if you have a tablet, maybe you could just use a tablet. I've seen students do that. That's what I suggest. Get a tablet, watch the videos on the tablet, and then work here. That would be the best case scenario. But if you only have one monitor, like you're working on a laptop and you don't have a second one, you might find use for this. So basically, you can click on it here, and then it's going to bring you to the site. And then you can is it download there? Must be. Okay, so click the download there. Just download it. And come on. Hopefully it starts downloading. There it goes. And we will save it. It's a very small application. This obviously is only for PC. I'm sure there's a Mac version. I'm pretty sure there's other ones of this as well. So I'm just going to open up the folder that it's in. And it went off to my other monitor. Come over here. Get over here. All right. Well, let me just because I don't know what's in there. So I'm going to drop it in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and extract it. So I'm going to right click, extract all. Yep, extract. Just going to extract it. Yeah, that's fine. Replace the files in destination. And okay, so what it's going to do is it's going to be a folder called Ghost It, and it has this in here. So what you do is you double click on it here, and you're going to see it's going to look like it didn't do anything, but if you look on the bottom, you see a little tiny little ghost man. Hi, ghost man. So all you got to do is if you double click on it. So let's say I want this window, right? Let's just say this is a YouTube video, right? I make it small and make this the YouTube video. What you do is you just double click on this. A little ghost will appear where your cursor is, and then you click on that. Now what happens is you can see it's weird. You can see it's ghosted. Okay. So what I can do now though is that I can go to. Oops, let's go back. Come on. Here, and you can see no matter what, it's always showing. So you could. I mean, it's not a perfect solution, but I could try to. Where's the folder? This guy. I could put it like up in the corner here, right? So like maybe have it over here. And then the other thing you can do too is I can actually adjust this. So if you go to the ghost thing and then right click over top of the ghost guy and go to configure, you can adjust the size of the inactive window and active window. So like let's say I up it to 80, right? And apply. So you now see it's brighter. Now I want to make this bigger. You can see it's a little bit, I can definitely read that there. But I can do all the stuff here that I would normally be able to do, but you can have the video kind of playing behind you. It might be a little confusing. I was just trying to figure out a way, if you have one monitor, how it might be helpful. So you may or may not find that helpful. And then you can also, you know, be like, oh, it's not breaking up everything. You just unghost all, and then it puts everything back to the way it was. So, and you can ghost multiple panels, by the way, too. So you may or may not find that useful. I have found it useful for some things when I'm using like reference images and stuff. I've shown students this before, and you know what they ended up doing? They didn't use it for any of the things I thought they would. What they did is they were working on their stuff, and they put Netflix behind their thing so they can watch a video, like a cartoon or whatever, while they're like doing their work, which I guess I enriched their lives in some way. So anyway, that's something else you could do. Let me close out this, and we don't need you. I think that was everything I wanted to cover. If you run into any issues at all, please do not hesitate to contact me either through email or that number that I sent. Especially if you're just going to text, go ahead and you can text it whenever. I don't care if it's midnight. I don't sleep anyway. So go ahead and just text that number, and then I will try my best to try and help you out. Also, I might make mistakes. There might be something that's like, oh, just go ahead and use this thing here, and I didn't even post it, and I didn't embed it in there, or you're not sure, like, I didn't explain something well. You know, I have like a bunch of classes of teaching, and I'm trying to juggle all these things, just like you're trying to juggle a bunch, so be understanding. But the sooner you find something like that, let me know, and I will fix it as soon as I can so that, you know, it doesn't bog down other people. It will benefit me, even if it's something stupid like a misspelling. You know, I don't want to have a bunch of misspellings and look like an idiot, so I would appreciate also if you guys did that as well. And then, yeah, so I think that's it. So I'm excited. So tomorrow is the first day. You will be getting this today, probably by the end of the day, because I still got to post all the videos. But I wish you guys the best. I wish I could see you in person, but this is where we're at. So good luck.